Good morning, my friends, and welcome to Enlightened Fitness, where first we use high-intensity body-weight interval training to help you cultivate the body of a tantric sex god, and then we use guided meditation to help you cultivate the heart and mind of a Buddha. So, I want to take a moment to paraphrase something Einstein once said. Any educated fool can make things more complicated and more difficult. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. Anybody can use more and more equipment. Anybody can use more and more exercises. But the simpler a workout is, the least amount of equipment one uses, the more one is apt to do it. I have seen men who've spent the majority of their adult life only doing 3 exercises a day and have fantastic core, shoulders, back, and arms. So this is a simple 4 exercise workout that's designed to work every muscle. Every muscle in your body. Calves, soleus, quads, extensors, hamstrings, glutes, erectus spina, longus dorsi, internal oblique, external oblique, rectus abdominis, latissimus dorsi, rhombus, superior and inferior trapezius, minor and major pectoralis, all 3 delts, both biceps, all 3 tricep heads, the forearms, everything, cardiovascular, everything. We're trying to make this as simple and as easy as possible. If you want to do this for strength training, then do it just the way you see. If you want to do it for bodybuilding, use the exact same exercise, just sequenced differently. For instance, if you were to do this, if you were fit enough to do 5 sets, and you wanted to switch to a mass gaining sequence, instead of doing 5 sets of each exercise a day, you would do 20 sets of each exercise once every 4 days. And for some reason, you would put on mass. Personally, as a sickly disabled fellow, I don't want more mass. I just want strength. I don't want to put extra burden on my joints or connective tissues or organs or immune system or joie de vivre. Personally, I'd rather look like the statue of a Greek god than Lou Ferrigno playing the Hulk. But that's just me. Women do not have to be frightened about getting too big. The way that their thalamus and hypothalamus and pineal gland is set up, the way their hormones are set up, they cannot naturally get bigger beyond a certain size, especially if they're following the strength training protocol, which is doing each of the 4 exercises, multiple sets every day. You're not going to get too big that way. So this is safe for both genders. Obviously, if you have a medical condition, see your doctor or a physical therapist or personal trainer to adapt this for your physical needs. But 9 times out of 10, this will work wonderfully for people. And like I said, some people have no life and they want to spend literally 2 hours a day in the gym. Bless their hearts. It's better than, doing drugs or getting drunk. But it's not necessary. You can get fabulous beauty and incredible health working just 10 minutes a day, simple bodyweight exercises. You can do them at home. You don't have to go to a gym. You can fit into your busy lifestyle if you're a working parent. Having said all that, let's get to it. Now, all the questions you have about both the exercises and the meditations, all the answers you see can be found in the links below this video. So write down the questions you have. Don't be perfectionistic. Remember, We're going to make mistakes. We're going to get injuries. Life is not injury-free. So let's work out. Okay, my friends, let's warm up using Indian Spire 12-phase sun salutations for 2 repetitions. Okay, we're warmed up. Let's do the first circuit. Leaping lunges. Hiking press. Sounds like Viking press, doesn't it? Planking in and outs. Body weight rows. Okay, let's do the second set, same as the first. Leaping lunges, if you can. Hiking planks. Planking in and outs. Body weight rows. And that's this morning's 2.5-minute workout. I'm going to move my yoga blanket. And then my trusty space heater. let's talk about beauty. There's always someone going to be skinnier. There's always someone going to be leaner. There's always someone going to be buffer. There's always going to be someone more defined. There's always going to be someone with better ass, or better breasts, or better hair. In your opinion. And what that means is you don't have to have sex with yourself. In a world of over 5 billion people, there's someone for everyone. No matter what you look like or how you dress, there's always going to be someone who finds you profoundly attractive. Everyone is at least one other person's Greek god or Greek goddess. So you don't have to understand, you don't have to agree, just be appreciative. I remember one time, my gosh, I must have been in elementary school. Within 1 week I had, a grown woman tell me I was absolutely gorgeous, and a small child pointed at me and said I was horrendously ugly, and they started crying. So who we are is not determined by popular opinion. Remember, if you train for health and fitness and longevity, and you eat for health and fitness and longevity, the beauty will come spontaneously. Beer goggles, not required. Okay. How's about we do some chog chain? Let's perform the chog chain's mystic path that leads to a yogi's spiritual resiliency. Chog chain is a Tibetan word. It can be translated as completion stage. In classic Buddhist Tantra, we have 3 stages: creation, completion, great completion. Right now we're going to focus on completion and great completion. In other words, we're going to work with bliss and letting go, and love and letting go, and awareness and letting go. Now, I'm going to get controversial here. There was a great non-sectarian Tibetan saint whose name can be shortened to Dzogchen Rinpoche. As a young man, he was a fundamentalist. As an old man, he was a non-sectarian liberal. Yay! And one of his more radical statements, I'm going to paraphrase for you a translation. When Deity Chinriziga is a synthesis of all Buddhas, when Dharma Bodhi, when mantra the six syllable mantras is a synthesis of all mantras, when Dharma Bodhicitta is the essence of the 2 tantric stages. Knowing the one, which is the synthesis of all, recite the 6 syllable mantra. So here's the idea. The bodhicitta is the essence of the 2 tantric stages. What that means to you and me is love and letting go is the most important essence of creation stage, completion stage practices, or depending upon how you want to organize it, it's the synthesis of all 3: creation, completion, and great completion. So in other words, we don't have to exhaust ourselves with visualizations and offerings and rituals. If we focus on love and letting go in a profoundly strategic and efficient way, that's the essence of the entire path. So, the chog chain that I'm presenting you today is going to swing back and forth from bliss and letting go to awareness and letting go, from love and letting go to awareness and letting go. Just like in the similar manner to the way I typically present Buddha's teachings. I found this is the purest way to do it. I say pure, I mean I'm not mixing it with Hinduism or I'm not mixing it with Taoism. Nothing wrong with Hinduism, nothing wrong with Taoism, but it's not Buddhism. Buddha taught something different. And if we treat Buddhism like Hinduism or Taoism, we're going to get unsatisfying results. If you desire more than just to sound good at a cocktail party, if you really want to accomplish the path quickly, you may have to practice according to Buddha's paradigm or pattern. Enough of that. Let's dig in. Sit in the way that you feel is best for your body in the moment. Remember, there is a sitting tutorial in the links below the video. Our first exercise from the collection of Bliss and Letting Go exercises is alternate nostril breathing. Left hand in lap, palm up. Right hand in left, palm up. Thumbs do not touch. On the in-breath, mentally intend to bring the air through the left nostril. On the out-breath, mentally intend to bring the air out through the right nostril. Remember, intention follows words. So mentally on the in-breath, mentally recite in through left. On the out-breath, mentally recite out through right. In through left, out through right. In through right, out through left. In through both, out through both. Let's continue with the one-syllable paradigm. Left, right. Right, left. Both, both. Again, left, right. Right, left. Both, both. For those who insist that bliss work is not part of the Buddhist path, I would encourage them to reread the Anapanasati Sutta from the Pali Canon that is treasured by the Theravadas. Now, let's play with awareness and letting go. What's seeing, really seeing? What hearing, releasing. What feeling, releasing. How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This is. Now let's return to the category of bliss and letting go. And right now let's play with one of the Tumo exercises. Today's Tumo elective is going to be centered at the navel. To be more precise, it'll be centered at the thumbnail-sized horizontal chakra, or wheel, behind the navel and about a thumb's width before the spine. You don't have to know the exact location. Your body already knows where it is. So this is a wonderful case where it's best for the mind to get out of the way. We're going to use, or begin with, reverse breathing. It means on the in-breath, squeeze the anus, the tip of the urethra, as if you have to go to the bathroom and you're trying not to soil yourself, and the vaginal orifice. If you're a boy, simply squeeze the tissue. In addition to squeezing the anus and urethra, squeeze the perineum. Regardless of gender, we also want to gently pull the mid-abdomen in. This is all done during the in-breath. During the out-breath, we relax these 4 points. We're going to shorten navel down to the first syllable, nave. Reverse breathing. Where nave wheel, releasing. Now we're going to pay attention to the syllable that could be at the center, or the hub of the wheel. Where, nave, so, releasing. Where so flame releasing. Let's shorten it down to one syllable. So free. Now we're going to move to the brief transitionary contemplations. Once again, these are explained in greater detail in the links below the video. So flame stretch, out left soul. So flame stretch, out right soul. So flame stretch, up to heart. So flame stretch, out left palm. So flame stretch, out right palm. So flame stretch, up to throat. So flame stretch, up to crown. So flame stretch, out through brow. And now we say goodbye to reverse breathing and return to standard breathing. Much more relaxed, much more spontaneous. Brow drop climb up to crown. Where crown wheel, releasing. Where crown Om, releasing. Om, free. Now let's play with the union of love and letting go. Crowns wise, let's see. Crown wise light from white om. Crown's wise light, bless body. Crown's wise lights, bless bod's beings. Crown's wise lights, now bless here. Crown's wise lights, bless here's beings. That's right, all your neighbors, even the annoying ones. Crown's wise lights, now bless earth. Crown's wise lights, bless earth's beings. Crown's wise lights, bless all worlds. Crown's wise lights, bless all beings. All beings melt into worlds. All worlds melt into earth. Earth's beings melt into earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melt into here. Here now melts into bod. Bod's beings melts into bod. Body melts into om. Crown om melts into space. Infinite openness. All ease. pendulum swings and we return to the Mahamudra of awareness and letting go. What's seeing, releasing. What hearing, releasing. What feeling, releasing. How could this be funny? Let's take a quick break. You could say, hey, Lama Jigme, this seems pretty structured and contrived. And the answer is, yes, it is. But just as a jazz musician might spend all day long practicing scales, and then at the jazz club practice, spontaneity, likewise, practicing 2 contrived sessions a day of meditation helps us to spontaneously practice when things come up during the day. I'll give you an example from my own life. This morning I overstimulated my root chakra in an attempt to wake up, and it dilated some of the capillaries in my eyes, and I started to feel inordinately cranky. So during the in-breath, for one in-breath, I should say for one cycle, I meditated on what feeling, releasing. For the second breath, I meditated on how could this be funny, and bam, the rage was gone. So that's what we call a very concise, spontaneous practice. Our concise, spontaneous practices are supported by our more extensive, contrived practices. Let's continue. Grin with cheeks, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This is Let's return to the Mahamudra of bliss and letting go. We'll begin with concise transitionary contemplations. Crown drop sinks down to throat. Throat drop sinks down to heart. Heart drop sinks down to knave. Knave drop sinks down to seek. Remember, the secret wheel is 4 finger widths below the navel. Seek drop sinks down to tip. On a woman, the sex tip chakra is centered upon the most sensitive point of her clitoris. On a boy, the sex tip chakra is centered upon the most sensitive point of his penis. Seek wheel sinks down to tip. Where tip wheel, releasing. Where tip bay, releasing. Bay free. Now let's switch to the Mahamudra of love and letting go. Tips, peace, lights from Black Bay. Tips, peace, lights, bliss body. Tips, peace, lights, bless Bod's beings. Tips, peace, lights, now bless here. Tips, peace, lights, bless here's beings. Tips, peace, lights, now bless earth. Tips, peace, lights, bless earth's beings. Tips peace light, bless all worlds. Tips peace light, bless all beings. All beings melt into worlds. All worlds melt into earth. Earth's beings melt into earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melts into here. Here now melts into bod. Bod's beings Bod's beings melts into bod. Body melts into bay. Black Bay melts into space. Infinite openness. Don't breathe so deeply that you pass out, but don't breathe so shallow that you don't feel anything. Breathe deep enough to be able to feel like you're letting go in the out-breath. All free. Let's return to the Mahamudra of awareness and letting go. What seeing, releasing. What hearing, releasing. What feeling, releasing. How could this be funny? Grin with eyes, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. Now it's time for the transitionary contemplations. Tip, drop, climbs up to seek. Seek, drop, climbs up to nave. Nave, drop, climbs up to heart. Heart drop climbs up to throat. Throat drop climbs up to crown. Where crown wheel, releasing. Where crown Om, releasing. Om, free. Now let's play with the Mahamudra of love and letting go. Crown's joy light from white Om. Crown's joy lights bless body. Crown's joy lights bless Bod's beings. Crown's joy lights now bless here. Crown's joy lights bless here's beings. Crown's joy lights now bless earth. Crown's joy lights bless earth's beings. Crown's joy lights bless all worlds. Crown's joy lights bless all beings. All beings melt into worlds. All worlds melt into earth. Earth's beings melt into earth. Earth now melts into here. Here's beings melts into here. Here now melts into Bod. Bod's beings melts into Bod. Body melts into Om. White Om melts into space. Infinite openness. this, all free. And now let's return to the Mahamudra of awareness and letting go. What seeing, releasing. What feeling, releasing. What hearing, releasing. How could this be funny? Grin with lips, releasing. Noticing, relaxing. This ease. That concludes this morning's 36-minute guided meditation. I invite you to join me in a gentle set of geriatric yoga I'd like to call Untying the Heart's Knots. Oh. Woof. Oh. Please sit as erect as you can. Please lace your hands behind your tush and open your chest. Please twist to the left. Why give wise? Releasing. Please reverse. Now to each give wisdom. Back to center. Please release your hands. Lace them in the lap. Swing the mountain overhead. Please bend to the left. Why give peace? Releasing. Please reverse. Now to each, give great peace. Back to center. Make your way to downward facing fetal position. This is also known as child's pose. Give to each, love for all. Ball your hands in the fists. Place the hands as if you were going to punch the yoga blanket just above your knees. Straighten your arms vigorously. Allow the momentum to carry you up into sitting samurai, which is also known as lion's pose. Please lace your hands behind your tush. Open your chest, drop your head, roll your gaze up. What's seeing? Releasing. What hearing? Releasing. What feeling? Releasing. Please release your hands. Please cup your palms. Press your hands together and suspend your hands so that the palms are approximately at the level of your upper third of your chest. Please twist to the left. This time, the force of the twist comes not from the waist, but from the arms. Why give joy? Releasing. Back to center. Relax your shoulders down from the ears. Twist to the right. Now to each, give great joy. Back to the center. Hands and knees position in preparation for cat-cow. Jaw slack, mouth open. Now to each, give comfort. Please stand up Balance your weight upon the major and minor ball of each foot, located right behind the big toe and the little toe. Knees subtly bent, hips thrust forward, hands laced behind the tush, chest open, head dropped, gaze roll up. How could this be funny? Grin with cheeks releasing. Noticing, relaxing. Okay, that completes the untying of the heart's knots. I invite you to join me at 2 repetitions of Indian-inspired 12-phase sun salutation. By this virtue may now accomplish the spontaneous, habitual, easy and effective mastery of Buddha's mental yogas, of wisdom, peace, love, and joy. And now lead every living being, without exception, to this ground. Everyone be healthy, wealthy, and happy. Everyone practice skillfully and joyfully. Everyone accomplish generously in this life. And how many others do likewise. For truly that is the meaning of life. Om Mani Padme Hum. For our last exercise, please join me in Vietnamese-inspired vows. May I always be cared for throughout all my lives by the Buddha of compassion, been needing as my kind teacher. And as such may I always enthusiastically and joyfully tread this excellent path praised by the conquerors. Pardon. This coughing reminds me when I was a little boy, I used to go to a day camp during the summers in smoggy Los Angeles County. This day camp had a swimming pool. And the combination of smog and overchlorination made us all cough afterwards. And the counselor said, "Man, it sounds like a smoker's convention in here." Now, you have to understand, when you're in elementary school, that is the height of wet. My friends, I thank you for your time and your kind attention. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Om Mani Padme Hum. Before you go, allow me to remind you to click the like button, as well as the click the subscribe button, as well as the like button and the share button. Remember those links I told you about? The links below the video? One of them will help you register for the next series of live weekly webinars. When does that begin? Monday, the 6th of May. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.